Okay, so it's Black Friday, and I don't really do Black Friday anymore because the deals kind of suck these days. And what happened to like 24 hours of amazing deals? That doesn't happen anymore. It's like a month of mediocre deals. But I do need to go sourcing, so I'm going to try out the thrift stores. I'm visiting my sister. This is where I used to live. And I'm going to try out the thrift stores that I used to go to and see if there are any sales going on. I believe Goodwill is having a like 25% off if you spend $30 or more. And also certain tag colors, like there's 2 tag colors that are $1.99. We don't have dollar days anymore. If you have dollar days at your Goodwill still, good for you. And then there's a more local one with a couple locations in California that I'm gonna try out first just because it's smaller and it's not Goodwill, and I'm hoping they have a decent sale. They usually have decent sales anyway, so I'm hoping for a good sale. Wish me luck. Okay, so this first thrift store is like a smaller chain in Southern California as far as I know. It's called American Way. I found this cashmere sweater and I ended up leaving it. I think it wasn't in good condition. I honestly don't remember. But then I found this shirt and it looked pretty interesting. So I looked it up and it looks like it's a band shirt and it's a long sleeve. It's a little more unique. There are not very many listed. So I'm going to go ahead and list this for probably around $35 and see how that goes. And then I'm just kind of flipping through and there is not a lot here. This is a new rack, but if you look in the background, you can totally see that there are just empty racks. And about a week after I filmed this, I'm a little late editing it, my husband told me that he found out on Facebook that they're closed. And they had no information in the store that they were closing. So I thought it was so crazy that they just went ahead and closed out of nowhere. So this Pyrex piece is actually Roger Young. I guess it's some restaurant. There are no solds, so I decided to just put it back, but I thought that was really interesting. And then I decided to look this up just to see, because there was literally, like, the shelves were bare. And surprisingly, the bigger ones of these actually sell for a little bit if you're willing to ship them. So who knew? This is one of those like time recorder, time punch things for when you punch in at work, I guess. I've never actually used one before, but I thought that was really cool. Didn't pick that up either, but I was just doing research. And then I went over to Goodwill and they were having a sale. It was $1.99 for certain tags and then 25% off of purchases $30 or more. And then I realized later that they actually didn't give me that 30% off. So that's cool. The first thing I found was this Lululemon top, but it was $15 and I put that right back because I was not going to pay $15 for a Lululemon top. So this store was actually pretty crowded. I was kind of surprised that so many people were here on Black Friday. The sale was okay, but it wasn't anything crazy. These embroidered dresses and tops always get me because I want to buy them, but these ones are a little expensive. I think there's another one coming up, and I'm going to show you that I think they're about $10 or $11. So just a random off-brand, but just embroidered pieces are so pretty. And then there were all these brand new pants, and maybe at the bins I would have picked these up, but these were not any like special brand, and at $14.99 there's no profit there, so I passed up on all of those. And I'm just going through all these racks. They were coming out with new racks like every 15 minutes, I would say. It was happening quite often, so I didn't find a lot on this rack. I almost bought this shirt for myself. It says disappointed but not surprised. I didn't know if I should or not. I have too many shirts, but now I kind of regret not grabbing that. I think it's pretty funny and totally my style. There was a lot of stuff like Columbia and Nike, and I know a lot of other resellers pick that up, but it's so overpriced at the thrift store. This Dodgers jacket was pretty cool. I actually just sold some shirts, but not at $25. I probably could have got maybe $50 for that, but I didn't want to invest $25 into it. And then these felt interesting, and the label was interesting, so I decided to look it up, and there happened to be 2 of them next to each other, so that told me something as well. So I guess they're like base layers for outdoor activities. I don't know, but I do know that they sell around $30, $40 each, and so I have them listed as a lot for $70. This Monster Supercross sweatshirt looked pretty good. It has a decent profit there, but there were quite a few listed, so I didn't think I could sell them fast enough for what I wanted to. So I went over to the bags, and I really want to sell more accessories, but I just have so much trouble finding bags that are worth selling. Like this Madewell bag. Madewell's a good brand. You know, that was probably like $100, but there were 0 solds. So I skipped that and didn't find anything else in the bag. So I went over to the Home Goods because I really do want to move away from clothing and do a lot of other stuff. So I found this pot and I personally liked the style of it. So I decided to look it up. It's not in great condition, but hey, why not look it up? So I used like Google Lens, is that what it's called? And I found out this is what the pot is, and in good condition, it might be worth selling. So keep that in mind. I thought this was really cute, and I wanted to buy it for my kids. I was shocked that it was marked at $4.99. That seemed a little expensive. I'll probably just keep it, honestly. And then this was like a set of, do you say ramekins? And they had little like plastic lids that went with them, and I thought it was a cute little set, and I was hopeful that it was something that would sell well, and they do sell, but not for enough for me to invest any money into, so I went ahead and put that back as well. I really like looking at hard goods now. I saw these little Winnie the Pooh baskets, and for a long time I just was not a fan of baby Winnie the Pooh stuff. Like, I just thought it was weird and cheesy, but it's so cute and classic. These were $10 and they were selling for like 40. These actually were in good condition, but again, I didn't have room for it. I don't have room for big stuff. I'm honestly sometimes just looking to research and to learn more. So I went over to the leggings, and these ones had a tag on it. And so I looked it up a little bit more. It had this weird like pocket in the front, and I found out it's like a concealed carry pair of leggings, brand new with tags. So I should be able to get 40 or 50 for these. So those went in the cart right away. That is the kind of profit margin I would love to find all the time. This rack was so crowded. As you can see, I can like barely move anything or see anything. So I gave up pretty quickly. But first, I felt this. You saw me pet it there. It is 100% cashmere joggers by Splendid. Splendid doesn't always do well, but come on, 100% cashmere black joggers. I'm going to pick those up. There are no solds for this exact pair, but I have them listed, and we have our fingers crossed that we can make some money on that. So next I went over to the men's section. I feel like I'm all over the place, and I love flannel, but it's always like Old Navy or Target brands. But this, I recognize the label on, so I decided to look it up, and I think it should sell for probably about $35, maybe $30. So I picked that up and I threw it in my cart. All right, so I just got some food and took a little lunch break, and now I think I'm gonna go into Marshall's. I don't know that I'm gonna find anything good there. The thrift stores just have not been that good to me. I found a couple good things at last Goodwill, but with it being the holiday season, I'm all about getting like new with tag stuff if I can. So I'm already here because this is where I found some food, so I figured I'd check it out instead of driving like 5 miles to get to the next Goodwill. So let's see what we can find. Honestly, I think going to stores like Marshall's is a really good way to just do more research. Like these spider leggings, you would think they'd sell for a lot because they're spider. They're $25 there. They're pretty much $25 on eBay. Not worth it. Peloton, this resale on this wasn't great either. And I'm just looking at all the sections, but I really do like looking at the clearance. These skinny girl like shapewear tank tops were $13 and sell online for $20. Maybe a little bit more if you can get that. And then there was a bunch of apparently juicies back in the style. So there was a lot of juicy. I feel like pink and black are more juicy colors, so I did not pick this one up, but I made a mental note to see if there were other ones. This I could tell was linen, and then it eventually did say 100% linen. It is a little bit more expensive. I think it said it was $16 or $18, but I should be able to sell it for around $60, so I definitely grabbed that. I love pieces like that, especially new with tags. And then I did come across a black version of that same like sleep shirt nightgown. It was also $8. I don't know if I should have bought this, honestly. The comps weren't like amazing, but I don't know. That was probably a bad buy. And then I was looking at the robes. This was like $18 or something, and the comps weren't great on that either. I actually ended up grabbing this, even though it wasn't so heavily discounted, because I'm part of like a natural non-toxic resale group, and like organic cotton stuff sells really well in there, so I decided to grab that. And then I saw these little angel deer like lubby blanket things, and there were lots of them, and they all ranged in like the $1 to $3 range, and they were selling for anywhere from like $12 to $30. So I ended up grabbing a handful of them, and I already had them listed, and I already sold one. It only sold for $15, but I sold one of them already. So it's nice having like these little tiny things. And also, as a mom, when you lose your child's like security blanket, you want another one, and I want to be that resource for parents. There were tons of these. Actually, at this point, I didn't realize there were tons. There were these spider shirts, and they were $5.50. As you can see, they're not discounted that much. They were $6.99. And I was thinking about buying it, and the comps were like not amazing, and there weren't that many sold, so I don't know why I thought I should buy it, but I ended up buying them in a bunch of different colors, and I did sell a bundle of 3 out of 4 of them already, so I guess it was a good buy. I didn't make like a ton of money, but I did profit on that bundle, so I got really lucky. There is a lot of spider at Marshall's, and I'm always gravitating towards it, but most of it is overpriced for reselling, but it's probably great for yourself. At this point, I still didn't have a cart, so I decided it's a good idea to unload my arms into the cart so I could shop a little bit more efficiently. I honestly didn't expect to find very much stuff, so I just didn't grab a cart. But now I'm shopping through the men's section. These are Tommy John, which is a new brand to me. These were $16, and I looked at the comps, and the comps were okay. I don't know why. Honestly, you're going to see another pair that I picked, and for some reason I picked the Christmas pair over the pair that would sell after Christmas. Don't ask me why. I obviously wasn't thinking straight. But that is my last find of the day. And if I'm being honest, I forgot to film an outro, so I'm going to show you some footage of the next day when we went to the drag races and watched my husband race and spent some time with family, and that's what it's all about, right? So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.